Imagine this. You stand at the edge of everything you've worked for, the job, the relationship, the degree, the body, you have it. Maybe not all of it, but enough to be okay, enough to be considered successful, or at least stable. And yet, a strange emptiness lingers, a silent echo that follows you in the moments when no one's watching. You scroll past strangers smiling through filters, success stories wrapped in hashtags, lives that seem cleaner, brighter, more purposeful, and some deep part of you whispers, you're still not there. But where is there? You can't say, you just know you're not it. Not yet, not enough. You try to be more productive, more attractive, more spiritual, more authentic even. But no matter how many steps you take toward this invisible summit, the mountain keeps growing, and worst of all, you don't even know who set the goalpost, only that you're always just behind it. Why? Why do you, intelligent, self-aware, driven, still carry this gnawing ache that whispers, you should be more, you should have done better, you're falling behind? Why does your mind keep creating versions of yourself that always seem just one upgrade away? Why, despite all your effort, knowledge, and self-reflection, do you never quite feel enough? Is it something broken inside you, some flaw in your character? Or is it possible, just possible, that the entire world is built to make you feel this way? Pause here, sit with that, because the question isn't small, it's not even personal. It's existential. What if the feeling of never being enough isn't a symptom of your failure, but a feature of something far deeper? Something you were never meant to question. What if you're not the problem, but something is? And what if, until you name it, it will own you? Let's go deeper. Let's follow the thread beneath ambition, beneath shame, beneath the masks we wear, to where the real problem hides. Not in you, but around you, through you, inside the stories you were told before you knew you were listening. You were born into a game you didn't choose to play. A game with rules no one explained, only rewarded when you followed them, and punished, silently, invisibly, when you didn't. As a child, you felt it before you could name it. The subtle change in your parents' tone when you got a good grade, the look of pride when you were polite, the quiet disappointment when you cried too much, failed too visibly, or asked too many questions. Little by little you learned what earned love, what earned approval, what earned belonging, not by being yourself, but by performing, by editing, by becoming what was wanted, before you even knew what you wanted. And that's where the fracture begins, not in adulthood, in childhood. Carl Jung called this the split between the persona and the shadow, the face we wear to be accepted, and the parts we bury to survive. Society taught you early, be likable, be good, be useful, be better, not once, constantly. Schopenhauer warned that human desire is a flame that feeds on itself. The more we get, the more we want. And modern culture, it turned that into an industry. Do more, be more, upgrade, hustle, manifest, align, repeat. And so you chase. Not for joy, not for peace, but to silence that one unbearable thought. If I stop running, I will fall behind. If I fall behind, I won't be enough. And if I'm not enough, will I be loved? It sounds dramatic, but your nervous system believes it. Every scroll, every like, every rejection or silence or comparison reinforces the same message. You, as you are not it. But here's the thing, this isn't just about culture, it's deeper, philosophical, existential. Jean-Paul Sartre once said, man is nothing else but what he makes of himself. At first it sounds empowering, but dig deeper. It also means there's no blueprint, no ultimate truth to who you should be. You must invent yourself, but within a world that constantly tells you what that invention should look like. The result? An unbearable contradiction. You are free, but only to become what society rewards. You are limitless, but if you step outside the script, you risk isolation. So you walk the tightrope, trying to be authentic, but only in the ways that are acceptable. Trying to be successful, but only in the metrics you didn't create. Trying to be happy, but only when happiness is measurable, postable, monetizable. And through it all, one voice grows louder than all the rest. I'm not doing enough, I'm not being enough, I'm not enough. But what if this feeling was never yours to begin with? Aldous Huxley once wrote, "The propagandist's purpose is to make one set of people forget that certain other sets of people are human. But modern propaganda doesn't need to dehumanize others. It just needs to convince you that you are not fully human until you buy, achieve, improve." It is the engine of the modern world. Not fueled by needs, but by insecurity. Not selling products, but identities. You are taught to become someone, anyone, except yourself. Taught to constantly fix, improve, optimize, never to accept. Because if you accepted yourself, the economy would collapse. Let that sink in. The world depends on you feeling inadequate, on chasing something slightly out of reach, on measuring your worth by things you'll never fully control: wealth, beauty, attention, status. This is not your personal failing. This is the water you've been swimming in, and you were never taught how to breathe. But now that you've seen the structure, now that you've felt the sickness beneath the surface, the question becomes, what has this done to you? How has this invisible engine shaped not just your thoughts, but your entire life? What happens to a soul when it is never allowed to rest in itself?